the last game of our week coming up here. Houston looks to remain undefeated. Oh, that's yeah, I almost went back into my recap ways here for a second. So sorry we missed the kickoff, but it was a touchback, and now Anthony Richardson and company will take over at the 30-yard line. Play action and just a naked boot, but a wide open tight end getting him a solid chunk. Oh, sorry, I flipped my jerseys in my head. I'm off to a great start, people. I really thought Houston started with the ball, but obviously they're wearing different color jerseys. That was Geno rolling out in front of the tight end. And another completion out wide. I think to the same guy. The same tight end gets another grab. And a run for Ramondre Stevenson. He gets a couple. So both these teams have a big week of breakouts. The Texans actually had a breakout accomplished. Scenario that just automatically gives it to Drew Phillips, and Ramondre Stevenson needs 125 yards today to get his breakout. But we're going to see a 3rd and 11 after the Mathis sack. Geno with time, but it's running out, and he is going to be sacked. That is Latu. Latu gets a 3rd and 11 sack to end the drive, and they will punt. All right, and a solid punt down at 16. Now we'll see Anthony Richardson and the Texans step out onto the field. A great start to the season here for Anthony. Obviously, you had to change teams here. Atlanta moved on, and they swapped him for Baker Mayfield, and so far, both teams having a lot of success on the back end of that. Richardson, he's going to look to run. He goes deep late, and 2-on-1 and nearly intercepted. So I would have liked to have maybe seen that ball come out a little early if that was the way we're going to go, but love the shot regardless. And RPO and a high pass not reeled in. Great coverage. 3rd and 10 now. A little 45-degree angle formation. Goes over the top. Pearsall and a double covered again. Wingard over the top nearly picks it off. So that'll be a quick 3 and out for Houston. And it's a solid punt, but ultimately going to be about the same place to start for the Jags as they punted from. Play action, and wide open, a completion to the 39-yard line. Freiermuth, his 2nd catch of the day of 24 yards. Another play action, gets the linebacker to move. He's going up over the top, late flag, but it does not matter. Travis Hunter in the end zone, reels it in. That'll be a touchdown, Jags, unless this is on the Jags and didn't say. The icky shuffle, and the Jags seemingly have struck first in this game. Striking, not a word. Yep, a roughing the passer on Grover Stewart will be declined, as the Travis Hunter touchdown will stand. So, a absolute dime from Geno Smith while getting absolutely lit up, as the Jags now open up a 7-0 lead on the undefeated Texans.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
LeVar, Jesus. LeVar might be leading all runners in touchdowns. Nah, I bet someone has 10 at this point. And a great cut by Kyron Williams gets him 6 yards. That's where they like to live. They run the ball a high amount, use the play action off of it. First drive, they had hoped to just get that effect right away, but clearly needed to establish. 2nd and 4. They go back to the ground. A great push up front, and Kyron's going to pick up that first down.
A gain of 6. And the Texans first down. First and 10
Jumbo
at the
package
39.
here as they go back to Kyron, and one-on-one, not much for him there. Gets 4 yards or so.
Taken down at the 43-yard line.
And now to pass. Throws against the blitz, and it is caught. Garrett Wilson makes a man miss. It gets to the 37-yard line. So, a little high again, but great job by Wilson reeling it in and picking up extra yardage as the Texans looking to even the odds. Play action, all the tight ends out on the field. AR's going to run for it, and he's got plenty of room inside the 20 down to the 16-yard line. He takes a huge hit, though. That's the thing with Richardson. He is going to stand in there and take these hits, knowing that's his real value with the size he's got. But you would like for him to get down, as important as he has been to the team. And a great job by Jacksonville getting in there. But Josh Hines-Allen doubles over in pain. We'll see how this injury ends up playing out. Just on the sideline, so they will miss him for the rest of this possession, maybe the rest of the quarter, but he'll be back eventually. Empty. Blitz comes to the top of the screen, and they don't pick it up. A timely blitz from Jacksonville as they get their first sack of the day and set up a 3rd and 17, trying to preserve this lead. They set up the screen to the tight end. He gets a couple blocks, but not enough. So, closer kick at least, but Jacksonville's defense does a great job in that situation of keeping him backed up.
35-yard attempt. The kick makes the score Jaguars 7, Texans 3. Matt Gay set to kick off.
All right, so 1st and 10 coming up. They haven't gotten Stevenson involved much with that breakout scenario, so we'll see if they do so here.
1-yard line.
Tossed, and that's going to be a loss of yardage. Latu, he had the sack on the first drive. This is a big tackle for loss.
He's brought down by Latu. He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
And quick pass, the screen. He's got some blockers, and that's going to be nearly a first down. Travion Henderson gets him a big play, and now to a 3rd and 3.
It's a pickup of 13. Leads to 3rd down and 3.
And blitz comes, it's picked up, and he finds a man. I think that's going to be Calvin Austin. Gets him a first down to the 37-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. And the Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Man in motion out wide. And they go to him and almost intercepted Drew Phillips there at the bottom of the screen. Great job in coverage, nearly comes away with the pick. 2nd and 10.
The coverage by Andrew Phillips.
Man steps up. He's got a man. And Travis Hunter, a big catch and run. No one home. His 2nd touchdown of the day. This one, one-on-one with Deron Bland. And it is no problem for the rookie two-way player, Travis Hunter. He's got a tackle, I think, on the other side. But, man, this has been an offensive impact today that's been shining bright. Clearly, they trusted Bland on this island against Hunter, and they got punished for it. A 2-score lead now for Jacksonville. They look to make it 11.
The kick is good. Makes the score Jaguars 14, Texans 3. Tucker on the return. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at
And play action, roll out, and nothing there for him. Second and long.
No gain on the play. Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
And quick pass, caught, not much there. Third and 3, though. I guess that's a good amount. Never mind, I lied. Set up a third and short. Start of our second quarter. Houston, it's got to get the offense in gear. And AR and overthrows his intended target. Now a punt coming up for Houston. Looks to be a little bit better of one this time, but it will be returnable, though not a good return. Runs right into his blocker. So Hunter, 2 grabs, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. Putting up a Randy Moss stat line here. We'll see if he can keep going at it. This time they'll flip opposite sides, attack Drew Phillips. But they go to the ground first. Stevenson finds an alley, breaks the tackle, breaks another. That's 80 yards. So back to the left side again for Hunter. Scored his first touchdown, obviously, on that side. And out wide, and great coverage underneath that time by Sweat. Third and 2. And complete by Austin, but a hold is going to negate this. We're going to have a third and 12. Walker Little going to get dinged fourth there. So wipe away the conversion, you got to go again. And complete late, and another penalty. Or sorry, thrown late, but another penalty. Another hold. It was incomplete anyway, so we'll see it declined. And, oh, that's a slow kick, but he gets it off eventually. And a solid kick down to the 28. Houston a chance to make it a one-score game. And a nice grab on first down. Moves the chains already.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Texans first down.
Play action and complete. Hunter Henry breaks the tackle, breaks another, and down to the 45-yard line. So a much more confident drive here from Richardson, as he has been decisive and accurate on his 2 attempts. They go play action once more. Pressure comes, but he just jumps off to Kyron, who breaks the tackle and gets him 7. And a nice run. Kyron gets him the first down. And out wide, Garrett Wilson toes the sideline for a little bit, but only gets a few yards. Second 6. Wilson in the slot working against the safety. Play action again, and a hit delivered to Richardson, and a penalty. We'll see if they take it. So Cody Mock going to get the penalty. They take it, trying to get him out of field goal range. And short pass complete, and it's going to basically get back to the original line of scrimmage from this series. So penalty accepting, working like a charm as we get a 3rd and 10. Empty set. They send the house, but they forget to cover. I'm not actually sure who it is. Trey Tucker. All right, so Trey Tucker runs free, gets him into the red zone. And not much there. And pressure comes, and there is Hines Allen. He's been back in this quarter, and there he makes his presence really felt, forcing him to a 3rd and 18. So this is the same exact game script we had last time they had a red zone trip. They went tight end screen, didn't work out well. Will they threaten vertical? As Rich is going to run for it, he picks up a block. He's got to fight through Hunter and another guy. Travis Hunter, a big stop right at the 8-yard line. Do they go for it here is the question, but a nice run from Richardson to give him a shot. And they do go for it. I love the aggressiveness early in this game. You're an undefeated team, play like it, you know. And pressure comes. He's rolling out slow. A holding penalty going to negate the touchdown, but good job by Richardson not panicking too much and getting out of the pocket and getting into the end zone. But they will likely take the kick on the back half of this penalty. So another penalty by the Texans. This will cost them 4 points. Gray is able, the rookie.
Matt Gay on for the field goal. A 35-yard attempt. His kick is good. Makes the score Jaguars 14, Texans 6. Matt Gay set to kick off.
All right, well, obviously a rough last drive for the Jags. They tried to keep the pedal to the metal. Now we'll see if they can get back on track. And pressure comes, and that's going to be a quick sack. Kenny Clark this time getting in there. Good dance, good dance. So, 3rd sack of the day, 2nd and 14 coming up. And Calvin Austin beats Bland to the middle. So clearly an emphasis on the scouting report to beat Bland on these in-breaking routes. That is now twice they've gotten big plays off of him. That was about 17 yards to Austin. Drew Phillips and Hunter top of the screen. They go on the ground. Stevenson makes a man miss, but not much more after that. So not looking like good pace for him to put up his 125. He's going to need a big play to get there. And complete to the 50.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
And complete. Another first down by Geno. Stevenson picking up 10 yards.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Jaguars first.
Yeah, they go jet sweep. Nothing there from McCaffrey. Latu another tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
He's brought down by Latu. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So 2nd and 10. Minute 8 to go. They use that first time out. And they send the blitz, and Geno doesn't see it coming. Clutch play from the Texans as they force a 3rd and 15. I like that they didn't take a ton of urgency here. Even if you pick up 10 yards, you try to field goal, but rips it and caught over the middle. What a grab, flipping over top of himself there. Mac Hollins down to the 25. Would have loved to have seen some urgency on the back end of that play, but they will still have 2 timeouts after this play. They go to the ground, and a great run. Stevenson picks up a block at the 2nd level, makes a man miss, and down to the 10-yard line. Timeout Jacksonville. Plenty of time for a couple end zone shots here. Even one opportunity to be tackled short, but only one. So be careful with how you use it. We've put Hunter into the slot. And Stevenson moves out, split opposite him, stacked on top of the other receiver out there. Complete short, and that's going to be a tackle, and they're going to take their field goal. We go back up by 2 scores here. So 4 seconds remain. Short kick, 21-yarder. So 17-6 going into the half. Jacksonville playing an excellent game so far.
17. Texans 6. The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And just going to take some yards into half. I love that for him. All right, so let's get it rolling here into our second half.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
All right, play action for Richardson, and delivers a strike. Garrett Wilson gets him to midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And out wide, catch by Tucker, gets him 6 yards. So Texans starting off hot here. They had a drive just like this. Their second field goal drive was just like this. I mean, a strike early, outside completion, but they stalled out with a sack that really hurt things, as well as that holding penalty that took away a touchdown. So if they can avoid that, negative play putting them to a 3rd and long, I think they're looking good to put up their first touchdown of the day. And they break a tackle and get a nice gain on 1st down.
He was brought down by Travis Hunter. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd
And complete. Pearsall, nice catch and run down inside the 20 to the 17-yard line. Looked a little risky when the ball was thrown, but cleared up nicely. Good anticipation. Or luck, depending. Kyron, nothing there. Blake Cashman waiting for him and gets the stuff. 2nd and 10.
brings up 2nd and 10.
And blitz comes. They run it. And another penalty. We'll see if they take it. It'll be an interesting decision on this one. They do take it. So instead of the 3rd and 10, they elect for the 2nd and 20. And complete. Wilson going to get them 6 yards. Another good decision. 3rd and 14.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 14.
And incomplete off the hands of his receiver. So just like I mentioned, avoiding that big negative play that killed them. They couldn't do it, and they settled for 3 once more.
The field goal is good. Makes the score Jaguars 17, Texans 9. Matt Gay set to kick off. Anthony Gould on the return. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And he steps up. Gino's got room to run. 1st down and more down to the 49-yard line. Great job taking advantage of the man coverage by Smith. as they look to just continue to keep lengths between them and Houston. And out wide, Drew Phillips, great job in coverage, breaking to the ball, only a yard. And they set up the screen. Stevenson, he's got a couple blocks, but Phillips once more flying to the ball, 3rd and 4. And it gets it thrown away, though they do, I think, call intentional grounding, maybe? They call roughing? Oh, man. So not only do they get the throwaway, which was lucky, they also get 15 yards. Wow. And complete over the middle. Austin gets him a first down inside the red zone. Is that call? Wait, I mean, it's a lot of football to be played with. The way Houston's been playing, it's slow going for them. And the way the Jags have moved the ball, that could be the swing that decides this game. And Stevenson breaks a tackle but doesn't have time to even get back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9. And complete to Hunter, but nowhere to go. So they'll get points though. I mean that's 15 yards. That's points given to them. So now back to an 11-point game. Just the arm's length I've been mentioning they keep them at here. So Houston, like I said, it got to execute in the red zone. Avoid these negative plays, sacks, fumbles, whatever. Because they haven't been able to overcome them. At least avoiding another negative play that ends it. In the case of the second to last drive. But we'll see what they do here. Obviously, you had an opportunity on 3rd and 14. Ball was in the hands of the receiver, just drops. But regardless of the reasoning, they haven't executed well on offense for enough time to score touchdowns. As that's a nice swing, gets them 6 yards.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 34-yard line.
And, I mean, I'm not sure how it happened there, but the penalty, I guess, is going to undo the sorcery that happened. Yet again, the penalty is coming back to bite him. And an inaccurate ball and nearly an interception, looking for Pearsall, I believe. And complete short, but that's not going to do it. So they will punt. Good job by the Jags defense again, making it happen.
An 8-yard gain. It's 4th down. The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
And a late penalty, but they might not take it with a 2nd and 15 likely coming up. Well, only 2nd and 12. They gave him a good spot. So, yeah, I definitely think take the penalty, make him go 1st and 20.
The 24-yard line.
All right, well, 2nd and 21. Texans have got to get this stop. I don't think they can let a conversion happen here. So they got to stay disciplined. And, oh, man. What a catch by Freiermuth. So this is it. I mean, I just can't. I can't see them turning the tides here if they can't get the stop and try to get their offense back on the field. I really get the feeling that they haven't hit the deep bomb. They haven't really tried for it since that first play, and so I think that they gotta give themselves this full quarter with the ball. And the conversion is made on the QB sneak. So we'll see if they can prove me wrong, but I just get the feeling that that was a big 2nd and 21 to allow the conversion. I think it's going to come back to haunt them.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 44-yard line.
And Hunter gets a reception and gets him a first down. Another big chunk on 2nd and long.
A gain of 12 yards. Travion Henderson, the ball carrier, taken down at the 43-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
And play action. Swings it quick to Freiermuth. He makes a man miss. He breaks another man miss and gets him another first down. This one into field goal range. Field goal does make it a full 2 touchdowns instead of field goal, touchdown, 2-point conversion. So it's a big swing as Stevenson gets the grab to the 30. I mean, I'm sure though their eyes are on 6. 6 makes it a 3-score game. That is over. Quick pass. Hunter makes him miss. Elusive running after the catch gets him down to the red zone. What a huge day for Travis Hunter. That's why you go get a guy like this. The plays he's made for them today could not be any bigger. And incomplete. A little high for Muth that time. 2nd and 10. Complete short Muth. And 4 yards, a 3rd and 6.
Complete to Pat Freiermuth. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
We send the blitz. And complete Austin. And he is into the end zone. Calvin Austin. A dagger touchdown for them there. And the Texans are likely going to fall victim to their first loss of the season. Jacksonville really coming to their own. They started off very slow, but I want to say they even won on back weeks here. And this one being a banner win on the road, maybe they figured something out and are able to kind of put a run together in this AFC playoff picture.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
And Richardson going to run for it, but nothing for him there. Loses a yard.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line. Richardson's pass complete to Hunter Henry. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
And on the ground. Nice run from Williams. Gets him to the 45. Don't like the lack of urgency they've got, down by 3 scores.
A gain of 14 yards. And the Texans first down.
I guess he gets out of bounds, but only a yard on that one.
Complete to Trey Tucker. Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Third and 6. I mean, it's over, I think. I just don't think there's the time. But they got to get a chunk play here. As Garrett Wilson going to get him 20 yards. I mean, I think chunk play is probably being generous. They need a touchdown right now.
A gain of 14 yards. And the Texans first down.
And nothing there. Cashman, a great play in space.
The tackle made back at the 39-yard line. Richardson's pass complete to Kyron Williams. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
And a sack going to be the dagger here. Owe, I think. Either way, just going to try to run this clock out and get us out of here. A big-time statement win by the Jags. And a deep shot caught. So not only are they just content to run this game out, they're letting them know that they firmly control this game. They didn't escape with a win here. They won this game.
Smith's pass complete to Calvin Austin. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line.
To the ground. Stevenson bounces it outside. Petrie there to make the stop. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Stevenson, the ball carrier. Jalen Petrie on the stop. A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
And complete. Fryermuth down inside the 5. They will be able to kneel it out, but I don't think they're going to do so. They'll probably try to punch one more in.
16 yards. And the Jaguars first down.
And nothing for them there. Get us down below a minute left.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal. At the 4-yard
And Henderson going to get down to the 1-yard line. That'll be at the end of our game if they don't elect to just snap it one more time just to rub it in. 3rd and goal from the 1. 4 seconds remain.
3rd and goal.
And that is it. A 27-9 victory for the Jacksonville Jaguars here in Houston. There are no more unbeaten teams here in the ACFL. The Texans, their hot start has now faded into a little bit of a lull. Will they be able to get it back, head down the stretch, and try to cement themselves in this AFC South race that now the Jags have made a lot more interesting, as well as Houston, or as Tennessee, playing some really good football as of late. But Travis Hunter, man of the hour, what a day for him. Had those 2 long touchdowns. Gets up over 130 yards, I bet, by the end of this. Gino, balling all day. Not a good day for Stevenson, for sure. Yep, 130 exactly for Hunter on 5 catches. Austin, almost 100 yards, and Booth with 79 as well. And, yeah, there's nothing else. So, that'll do it. Another week in the books. We'll catch you guys on the next one.